back to my channel. Today I'm going to do one I've not done yet, which is plated connectors. So we've got all sorts of connectors and IDE pins. Actually IDEs I'm going to leave on because that'll make a good video on its own. So basically what I'm going to do in this video, I'll just show you. Use a paint scraper and a hammer. Just tap it off. Where'd that go then? Oh, we'll find that out another time. Oh. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you do subscribe, press the bell notification button so you can get notifications on my future videos. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a 24-hour live stream of scrapping. So basically all I do is just tap these off. The pins I'm going to keep in. They can go into the box, so we'll eventually fill this big box up in connectors, and then we'll then go through the connectors and get the pins out. Certain things we'll leave them. I'll explain why in a sec. Just sort this out. Right, so that's all then. Water in here. Right, so basically IDE pins like this, I don't actually remove the I'll put the light on so it's brighter. I don't actually remove the plastic off it because in the acid the foil's got plenty of area there just to fall out and not get caught anywhere. And then you can just scoop the plastic out afterwards and you don't have to waste your time taking the plastic off. Another connector. These two don't have gold, obviously you can see. We've got a battery here. Battery, that'll go straight in the thing. Actually we will remove IDE because we can stick it in this pot. I got some IDEs I've already removed a second ago, but I had nowhere to stick them, so I'll stick them in this pot. There's just two. Oh, there's another one here. Right, so that's pretty much it, all you have to do. So for IDE, pretty much the same again. MRCCs around there, I don't really want to be using them, but right, there's MRCCs around here, I don't want to lose it, and because it's only a thin IDE, I'm just going to use a chisel because it should come off just as easy with a chisel. Keep moving back and forward. I'm doing a yield video on IDE soon, so perfect saving set for anyone. If you didn't already know, on average, 1/3 of the weight of all this is the pins, and obviously the 2/3 is plastic, so 1 kilo of them will have 233 grams roughly of pins. Have we got a little... Right, we'll leave the other IDs, these type of IDs on, because that can be another time I'll sort them. Some of them we won't do in this video, some types of connectors. Whatever I can get off just to save room, because these connectors, even those it's only using up a little bit of room, the boards normally lie flat on top of that, which means you'll also lost the same width of that all the way across. So just by removing these, you save quite a bit. You still will. Comes off nice and easy. You don't even break up. Just to show you a sec. one thing you might not have known, not all of them are like this, so I could be wrong on this one there. Family is calling me. You might not be able to see on video, but this one in particular, it's just tin plated brass. So all this casing will be tin plated brass, so definitely make sure you check that and save it. Some of them are steel, some of them are copper underneath. You just have to check. But it's nickel plated size, so there will be magnetics. You can't sort them like that. Not tin. They always fly off, but we always find them. They're quite big, but it's alright. We'll leave that one on. We can sort that another time. And we'll leave that one on as well. It's not really used that much room to worry about. So literally in that short amount of time we've got, they don't look big, small because it's a big container, but compared to my hand, it's just like pretty much a handful. I haven't got too much battery. I used most of it on the video I made a minute ago. Probably out on YouTube by now, I'm not sure, but it's like an hour and a half. Where's my pliers? There. These little ones, you can just twist back and forward without it breaking. Little IDE. Right, go in your IDE pot, and that's that done. Nice big connector here. Some people will buy connectors just like this. You can just remove them and sell them. No matter what, if you're putting anything in acid, you've got to remove the metal cases because it will mess your acid up. But most of them, you got to... The camera fell over again. This is by far the worst tripod I've ever had. But it'll do for now. Yeah, a lot of them you'll have to take the pins out of anyway. Like these ones, you got no chance of refining just as it is. You got to take all the pins out, which is quite complicated in those. Annoying. But on some stuff like these, you could probably, you could get away with just chucking them in like that because there's no metal on it, and the pins are quite a lot of airspace, so you can literally just shake it and hopefully all the pins would fall out. It'll be alright. So we just keep bringing them through. The reason I'm doing these pins now is because I can sort my pile out whilst I'm going through them. One sec. Grabbing this, probably shouldn't have stood in there because I've broken my box now. I didn't even put much weight on it. I'm just grabbing this because this is where I want to do a yield test, but the mud's in here. I'll probably wash these with water and let the mud float to the top. Anyway, I want to do a yield test with these, and pretty much all it is from hard drives. Not all of them, some of them are like IDEs, some of them are like this. So as you can see, those ones are IDE style on this side. So I'll just put these in with my IDE. And then these ones are the SATA connector pins. So I just put them with my SATA pins, and then inside here some stayed stuck to the plastic, so I just take these off. And there's no pins in there, just rubbish plastic. Go in the bin. Some IDEs along here, we'll take those off first. Have a nice clean IDE connector. They're really good pins. Normally they yield between 1 to 2 grams of gold per kilo, and the fact they can just be processed as they are and they're quite heavy, you can literally just save up a kilo in no time. I did a video showing how many you can remove in an hour. Well, only I could. We'll only do the ones we can get to, like these have loads of stuff in the way. I'll leave that on, and when we complete the board a bit more, we'll carry on with them again. Once I can there, that goes in the box. Right, these ones vary, sometimes they have gold, sometimes they don't. Save it anyway, never know. That's quite helpful, the metal cap part flew away. I really hate this tripod, nothing's touching it, it's literally just falling off on its own. Just slips out, the phone does. And it's not just my phone, I tested it on a few phones and nothing, literally nothing holds it. It just slides out. Useless one. Right, so I'll leave the rest on there for now. What we've done so far. And IDE. I'm going to get a separate pot. And these I'll just stick pins in, because whilst we're here we'll do some of these. Grab my side cutters. Right, so for this, you can see you get cables out all the time. It's that style. Not very good pins in here normally, but they're quick to do. Cut it here, stuff what's flying off, just bits of plastic. Cut on there. So this piece of plastic come off. And then you just peel it off the cable. No pins left on there, and then in this connector you can literally just pour the pins. I've got too many at once. That's all them off, and then we've also got extra cable, because we saved the cable that was going inwards. That's all that done. You go to the other side. Right, so that's all the plastic done. So that's literally all cable now. I can go straight into my cable box. And then this all the pins out. Quick to do. To get a kilo, it wouldn't take too long. They're not as good as the average pins. They're pretty useless for gold, but it's alright. People always say acid costs are too expensive on low grade pins, but what I do is I use cheap copper chloride, and because it's quite cheap, it can hold the same amount of copper as what it's worth. So if you buy £10 worth of hydrochloric acid, it can hold £10 worth of copper roughly. So after I finish with the pins, because most of them are copper underneath the plating, I literally get my money back in the copper, so the gold's just free. Done. Take that plastic out, and that's another finished cable. We've got more pins. Sounds loud outside. Camera fell over once again. I'm not even knocking into it, just slipping out on its own. Really annoying. Takes me ages to have to edit bits out because it can fall over 8 or 9 times. Oh, it's all that done. As you can see, it's poured into my hand. Got a fair few pins here. They add up pretty quick. Peel that off. These ones are really low grade, you can't even see the gold in them. In fact, I don't even think they do have gold. Yeah, they've got really, really thin gold. You can barely see it right on the tip, but gold, we'll save it. These ones, like that, you can get on the ends. Then snap that, just like we've done with the other ones. It's got a little slot you can pull out. And you can pull the cable out, and we've got our cable. And then you can see the pins poking up. Sometimes they won't come out, and if they don't, I'll just save them with my, no, they're not coming out. I'll save them with my other connectors, and we'll sort out another time when we've got more time. My battery's going lower, so we can't have flash, have the light on. It's getting dark outside, so we've got this one. It's the same as the last one. We know it. The pins don't come out, so we won't bother with it. We'll just take the cable and chuck that with the rest of my connectors. Get these done. Nice and quick. Well, I'm not showing on how to do it, and I just do it like I am right now. I can get through them real fast. Like they're probably one of the fastest types of pins to collect a kilo off, but then also one of the worst. Most of them you can barely even see the plate, and it's that thin. And the plate which is there isn't thick at all. Another cable done. Oh, these ones are a bit better. They look similar to IDE. You can barely see now because there's no flash, but oh well. A lot of these cables only have pins on one side. Sometimes they come out and stick to the cable. Just pull them out, come off nice and easy. I've got absolutely hundreds of these cables. We just keep going through. Once we finish this little pile, just because I don't want to do too many on this camera, I ain't got much time, and I know this video is for connectors mostly. We'll do this little pile and then I'll just carry on with the connectors I was doing a minute ago on motherboards. Bits of plastic's gone in with these pins, just get rid of them. Just 2 pieces. Oh yeah, it's off. Quite nice pins looking on here. They're not too bad what's in here actually. Sometimes you just don't see gold in the pot because it's so much of that thin plating, but they don't look too bad. I think these white ones normally are alright, because I think they're quite old. Or maybe they're new, one of the way around. So that's that cable done. Some of the pins you can't actually get out. I'm surprised that all the ones I've done so far come out alright. I was wrong, they're really thin. Really hard to get out as well. It's quite short. My side cutters are struggling to get in. Pull them out. That took a while. Little bit of plastic one in there. But I'm just going to remove all these end pieces first. And then you can worry about doing the pins. Right, all that has done. Apply the cable. It's getting quite dark. On camera it's always darker than it is in real life. It's not actually too dark. That's all them. And as you can see, in that short amount of time, I've literally got like a handful of pins, quite a few. It's only about 10 grams there. Anyway, we'll carry on with what we were doing earlier. Might have to stop the video in a minute because it's getting to the point where it's pretty much too dark for you to see anything. I don't even know how long the video's been, I don't think it's that long. This one's always quite hard to get off. Well, it's because I was hitting the mat. Now it should come off. There we go. This box is pretty much just dead now, so I'm not even going to bother fixing it. I'll make a new one. I'm not going to film anymore, it's too dark. Do some more film in the morning. That must be done, which you probably can't even see, and that many IDE. We've got ourselves, most of them was already done before, but just gonna pack all this away. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below on any video ideas. I'll come back tomorrow with a better video of doing more. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.